had a viewer comment on my video where I was doing these laser drivers, and I mentioned this little stepper motor down here. The little stepper motor moves the prism, and he was just kind of curious about can I make it go? He wanted to see this go, and so I've pulled one out out of one of them. And here's the little stepper motor, and I put a little red flag on it so we can watch it move. Let's just go ahead and watch it, and then I'll tell you how that works. So I have it programmed. So it's going 2 revolutions and then 2 revolutions back. So forward and 2 revolutions, back 2 revolutions. So it is a 4-wire stepper motor, so we'll talk about that. I determined that it's 20 steps per revolution. Whew, hard to say. 20 steps per revolution. So you have to toggle the coils so that it steps 20 times to go 1 full rotation. So it's going 40 steps and then going back the other way 40 steps. All right, let's talk about stepper motors. All right, so this is a 4-wire stepper motor. It's 2 coils, 1 coil that has 2 wires and another coil that has 2 wires. So you can hook this up in this direction and make the current flow one way. You can hook it up the opposite way, make the current flow the other direction. And this is all you have to go. And then they are, there's magnetic poles inside the stepper motor. And when you energize one, the poles will line up. And then you energize the next one, the poles will line up. So you have this dance that you have to do to make it go in one direction. Turn some coils off, some coils on, and make it go in one direction. Now, all motors are different, so you kind of have to experiment with the motor you've got. So what I found was this is the sequence. So there is a sequence to make it go 1 step, okay? And like I said, this one's 40, but in order to go just 4 steps, we're going to have the A coil, and the B coil. So the A coil we're going to energize positively, and the B coil we're not going to energize at all. And then the A coil we're not going to energize, but the B coil we're going to energize in the forward direction. Then we're going to energize the A in the backwards direction, don't do anything with B, and then don't do anything A, but reverse in B. So what does that look like? Well, here's 4 pins on Arduino, right? And so these 4 pins are hooked up to these four wires. So pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4. Pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4. So if you do 0, 1, the current's going to be flowing. This will be low, and this will be 5 volts. So it'll go from 5 volts to 0 volts. It'll be going in this direction, right? The energy. Over here we have 0 volts and 0 volts, so the B coil will not be energized. All right, and then we'll unenergize the A coil. Okay, so these 2 pins does the A coil. These 2 pins does the B coil. All right, so we'll do it this way, and then not that way, and then we'll do it in the opposite direction. This is the negative way to make the current flow. So it's flowing in this direction, and then it's going to flow in that direction, this direction, that direction, or not flowing at all when you have 0, 0. And then the B is the same way. It's energized in the forward direction, and then it's energized in the reverse direction. So this is all you have to do. You have to 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. You just have to count. And if you go in this sequence, it will go clockwise. If you go in this sequence, it will go counterclockwise. So you just change your bits in this way, and if you want to go the opposite way, you just change your bits in this way, and it'll rotate the other way around. And so the program is extremely, extremely simple. Now, I'm kind of cheating here because it's such a tiny, tiny motor, but usually requires quite a bit of current for motors, okay? So usually you do something that's called an H-bridge. You have a couple really good transistors here. This one goes to 5, and that one goes to ground. And then you have one over here. And this one goes to 5 volts. You can energize different ones here. Don't energize them at the same time, otherwise you'll short out your power supply. But you put, let's say you put coil A here, and then this is called an H bridge because it looks like the letter H, okay? And so if you want to make it go in the forward current, you energize these two. And if you want to go the other way, you energize these two. All right, so these two, these two. And if you put a 0, 0 here, then neither one will be energized, and so there'd be no current flow. So anyway, you would have to use an H-bridge for a bigger motor, but I can get away with just running it through the Arduino. I think Arduinos are good for around 24 milliamps or something like that, the pins, output pins, and it was enough to turn the little motor, but not with much torque. If I put my finger here, yeah, it can't even go against this little plastic flag here. So yeah, not a lot of torque, but I can get it to rotate. All right. Since we're here, I'll talk about another type of motor that is a 6-wire motor. The A coil can have a center tap, and then there's a wire coming out, and it can have a center tap with a wire coming out. And so there's 3 wires on the A coil and 3 wires on the B coil. Okay, so that's a 6-wire interface. And on a 6-wire interface, you would do something different, all right? Remember, you have to do this for the B coil as well. So this is one for the A coil. You would have to duplicate this for the B coil. So you'd have 2 H bridges. Okay, but if you had one of these coils that was tapped in the middle, okay, what you normally do is you would maybe tie the center coil to 12 volts, okay, and then you would just have 2 FETs like this. So you could energize it with this coil, energize it with that coil. When you energize this side of the coil, it goes one way, the current flows one way. If you energize this side, the magnetic current will flow the other way. And so instead of having to have an H bridge with 4 transistors, you only need 2 transistors because you're doing it this way. You can drive these also with an H bridge to do more torque and to do microstepping and stuff, but in general, you just need 2 for this, but you need 4 for that one there. Anyway, just a little demo of the tiny, tiny, tiny little motor. Let me take him out here of this little clamp here. But yeah, here he is. He'd be tiny. There's a little flex cable here with the 4 wires, and that's all there is to it.